Well, I had a good day today with the T350. It was the easiest engine installation thing I've ever had in my life, mainly because I've been working with Honda 750s and Kawasaki Z1s and Suzuki GS1000s, etc. for most of my life, and those engines weigh a bloody ton. Installing the engine in this thing was an absolute piece of cake. It was like basically like putting a chainsaw in the boot of your car or the trunk of your car for our American cousins. But yeah, went in easy as 3 bolts. I had to make up a spacer that had disappeared somewhere along the way, whether it was ever on my bike or it had gone before I got it, I don't know, but I did some rough calculations and turned up a little spacer on the lathe for the top rear engine mount. There's only 3 bolts that actually hold the engine into the frame, but I managed to find a chain out in the garage. It's a 525. I couldn't work out whether it was a 520 or a 525, so I've got both. Just by sheer luck I had both in the garage already, and the good thing is that the 525 that was like brand new was long enough. In fact, I had to take a couple of links out of it, which took about 5 minutes from a chain breaker. So it's got a chain on it. I know that it's got at least 1 gear because I plonked it in the first, and it certainly stopped the progress of the back wheel as I spun it. The exhaust went on easy peasy. Once you understand the theory of installing the pipes, it's easy. You've got to put the bolts in for the rear mounts. In this case it'd be the rear foot pegs, which I don't have yet. I'm still waiting for those. So I just put a couple of 8mm bolts in. The holes are actually 10mm, and they're threaded, so they just went in loose just to hold the pipes in position while I screwed the headers on. They've got some threaded collars that go on at the front of the engine, and that I used a little bit of exhaust sealant that came with my one of my Delcovic pipes that I put on one of my 754s, or maybe my Z1 motor, I can't remember, and just to stop any leakages, plus I had new exhaust gaskets of course, and they went on easy peasy. So the engine's in, the exhausts are in, it's got a chain on it, the chain guard's on, chain's adjusted. So I'm kind of building it from the bottom up, which is probably the best way to do it, because above the chain guard I've got to put in the airbox. Even though I don't have the rubber plenum that goes between the carbs and the airbox, I've still got to find one of those. But I've got the battery box which will have to go in as well, and of course all of the main wiring harness, etc. I've got the foot pegs for it, once again thanks to Keith Davis in I think it's Ohio, lovely guy. So it's actually looking like a really nice little bike now. I know that it's still a fair way to go, but what's impressed me is how easy this thing is to put together after some of the absolute mongrels that I've had over the years, and considering how awful this bloody thing was when I first got it. You know, I'm hoping like heck that the fuel tank, the oil tank, and the left side cover that are actually still in the original Suzuki paint, a little bit worse for wear, but still passable as a survivor, turn up by the end of the week. I've got a myus.com account. Myus.com, for those that don't know, is an organisation that you can buy parts or whatever you want to buy in America from people who aren't real keen on shipping internationally. Have it sent to them in Sarasota, Florida, and then they'll ship it to you, usually via FedEx. And FedEx are fantastic. I can get stuff from Florida in the US to Melbourne in Australia in 3 or 4 days. So I opted for the priority 3 or 4 day delivery, and that was last Saturday Australia time or Friday America time, and yep, no worries. Then they sent me an email today, I think, saying that because it was a weekend over there, they weren't going to ship until the 1st of June, which is Wednesday Australia time. And even though FedEx do deliver on weekends in Australia, I may well have it by the weekend. Things are looking a little bit grim now. But anyway, it's been 4 months since this horrible thing got dragged off a trailer. As I said, the wheels didn't even turn. We had to drag it down the driveway to put it undercover. I don't know why we put it undercover. The thing had been sitting out in the open since 1973. But it's just something I guess I was used to. But anyway, good thing is it's starting to look more and more like a motorcycle and less like a pile of rusty bits. And I've got to say I'm pretty happy. So once again, a fairly long video, and I do apologise, but thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll get to see it making some brat two-stroke noises in the next week or two. Thanks very much. Bye bye.